Hi guys, next video for today, for this week. Today is Sunday, May 22nd. Just the latest news that's going on. I'll get to the stuff from the last couple of days, but let me start from last week, May 15th. There's an article in the New York Times where health care companies are making the hugest profits they've ever made, and more Americans are not getting health care. More and more people are going without health care, and huge profits for the health insurers. It's from New York Times. Sony resumes PlayStation. You guys should know all about that already. Israel, Palestine. There's a lot. You guys keep an eye on this. There's a lot going on. There was an eruption on 3 borders of Israel. It was during the anniversary of Israel becoming a state. And of course, you guys know that Obama wants Israel to go back to 1967 borders, which is just insane. They can't protect those borders. Out of Japan, there was plutonium contamination of Japanese rice, and it didn't hit any media reports. They said that on May 14th, they reported that a rice paddy more than 50 miles away from the reactor tested high of deadly plutonium. And a certain food manufacturing company, it didn't name the food company, conducted the tests, and it's not good. No good, man. No good coming out of Japan. The government finally admits that 16 hours after the earthquake that the reactor had a complete and total meltdown. And they were lying the entire time, but you guys knew better, because you don't listen to the mainstream media. We have an incident where a 7th grader posted something on his Facebook page, and without his mom's permission, the federal agent went to the school and interrogated the 7th grader without parents' permission, which is just deadly wrong. China is, this is from May 17th from Yahoo News. China's experimenting with growth hormones in their food, and they had an entire watermelon field. It ruined the entire crops of watermelon coming from China. All the watermelons burst and exploded in the field because they added too many growth hormones to the watermelon. And that's in our food here too. And we're trying to get laws in this country to where they have to label on the food that it has growth hormones in it. But right now they don't have to tell you. You could be buying any food, vegetables or whatever, and it could have the growth hormones in it. You won't know it. The United States has said that there's a new leader for Al Qaeda on May 18th. And this young man says that he has nothing to do with Al Qaeda. He doesn't know what the U.S. is talking about. Who knows who's telling the truth? But his name is Saif al-Adel, or Muhammad Ibrahim Makawi. We could be making it up. We may not be making it up. Who knows? Once the government tells so many lies, who knows if they're telling the truth or not? There's on May 18th, a British professor says that the Fukushima reactor is a raging nuclear inferno, and it surpassed Chernobyl. It is just emitting vast amounts of radiation into the atmosphere. An unrelated article on May 18th out of the Natural News was dozens of sharks are washing up dead in California, and they don't know why. You have the sharks, the leopard shark, which is a highly resistant, highly resilient species, is turning up dead all over Northern California. They don't know why. It appears that the sharks are like gone nuts or crazy, attempting suicide. They don't know. They found inflammation and breeding lesions in their brain, and that these animals have died a slow and painful death, and they don't know why. You have again in Thursday on Fox News about Obama wanting Israel to go back to 67 borders. Fox News reports again. This is the second time now that Fox News is reporting about Anwar al-Awlaki, who was at the time was third in command of Al-Qaeda, third under bin Laden, who died at the Pentagon February 5th, 2002, which is after 9/11. He was spotted in the Pentagon having lunch with some military officials. And now they're trying to explain it out. Here it is 10 years later, and they're trying to explain why this man was in the Pentagon only months after 9/11, and he was the third-ranking Al-Qaeda leader. More news out of Japan that the government has tested the breast milk, and they have found that Japanese women have radiation in their breast milk. They took samples of 41 women across 5 states and found cesium in 4 of the women and radioactive iodine in 1 of the women. It's just, this is stuff you're not hearing. Why you're not hearing it here in the state, I don't know. They have actual photos now of the tsunami hitting the nuclear reactor on the Huffington Post. That was posted Thursday. It's been reported in Tennessee. This is Friday from a Tennessee channel, Channel 5 out of Tennessee, that Tennessee Police Agency are pulling over drivers, and if they have any cash on them, they are taking the cash and saying that it's being used for drug money, and they're keeping the cash. You don't believe me? Check it out on my page or go to newschannel5.com out of Tennessee. And the headline is Middle Tennessee Police Profiting Off Drug Trade. There was on, this is for my Friday, but they've been talking about this all week. There was a Marine who did 2 tours in Afghanistan that was at home, and his wife heard some noise outside, and she went outside, or she looked out her window and seen some men walking around with guns. She wakes her husband up. Her husband gets up and gets his civilian AR-15, and these people burst into his house, and he points his gun at him. He is not fired at him, and they shoot him 71 times. And it turns out to be the SWAT team that was issuing a warrant. They didn't knock and say who they were. They just broke in the door. The man was trying to protect his wife and kids, and they shot him 71 times. And of course, they found nothing in his house. Absolutely nothing. Just unreal going on. Now, the government is ordering, YouTube to censor protest videos. If you put up a video that you're protesting the government, or you're protesting somebody in your city, or you're protesting, the government has ordered YouTube. So the government is now in charge of YouTube. They're telling YouTube what to do. Also on Friday, on ABC News, the White House says that when they went into Libya, that they don't. Our Constitution says you have to get congressional permission to start a war or to attack another country. Obama's saying that he doesn't need permission. Because our role is limited, that he didn't need to ask permission, which means that he thinks that he can do whatever he wants all by himself. That is not what you have. The 2 branches of government, between the House and the Senate, they decide, not the president. Friday in Spain, the government said that that protesting is not allowed on Friday, and because the government said that, over 10,000 people protested. So good for them. Iceland's volcano erupted again. The last time this volcano erupted, it disturbed air traffic all over Europe because of the ash in the air, and it's a pretty intense picture of it, of an ash cloud. They don't think it's going to disrupt any air traffic this time, or it'll be very low, but that remains to be seen. There was in Philadelphia, this is from today on Fox News. In Philadelphia, the city of Philadelphia, it's legal for you to carry a weapon if it's not concealed. It's legal for you to carry a legal weapon on your belt and other people can see it. It's that way in a lot of cities. They just don't tell you this. and a cop tried to wanted to harass a man who was carrying a weapon. Put him on the ground, stuck his gun in his chest. They demanded to see his papers on his gun and everything. And there was a dispute, a scuffle. And because of this, now the police are saying that they see anybody with a weapon, they're going to put them down and demand to see their papers, even though it's legal to carry. If they don't like the law, they need to change the law. But right now, it's legal to carry. And you just have police, again, that are just going way beyond their scope of law enforcement. There's the uprisings in Syria has been over 900 deaths so far, and we're not doing anything about Syria, but there's been over 900 people killed there. That's pretty much the latest on the news. Y'all know that they said yesterday there was supposed to be a rapture. This church out of California, and anybody that sets a date for the rapture is not listening to the Bible. The Bible says no one will know, not even the angels, not even the Son. Only God will know. So don't ever listen to anything like that. Just but be prepared. It is coming one day. Just stay prepared. And I'm going to post a little message on that too with some information. And just everybody, that's all I got. Just want to keep it short today. Everybody be good. Take care of yourself. Continue to take your kelp. There's still a lot of radiation out there. It's not so bad in Michigan, but it's still there. And pray for the best, prepare for the worst. And I'll see you guys later.